More than 12 billion miles from Earth, beyond the edge of our solar system, Voyager 2 has sent back a signal. But this signal wasn't ordinary. It was strange and unlike anything received before. Scientists believe the probe may have encountered something unexpected, something that challenges our current understanding of space. What exactly did Voyager 2 discover? Was it a natural phenomenon, or something far more mysterious? The story of Voyager 2 began in 1965 with Gary Flandreau, a doctoral student. He noticed that the outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, would align in a rare formation that only happens once every 176 years. This alignment made it possible for a spacecraft to use the gravity of each planet to slingshot from one to the next, significantly shortening the travel time. NASA used this opportunity to launch Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 in 1977. Voyager 1 went on a faster path to Jupiter and Saturn, while Voyager 2 took the longer route. Along the way, it became the first and only spacecraft to visit Uranus and Neptune. It discovered new moons, thin rings, and extreme weather systems. It even found that these distant planets were more active than scientists had imagined. After Voyager 2 passed Neptune in 1989, its main mission was considered complete, and its camera was turned off. However, the spacecraft continued traveling into deep space. In 2018, it crossed the heliopause, the boundary where the Sun's solar wind gives way to interstellar space. This was a major milestone. Voyager 2 became the second human-made object to enter interstellar space, but the first to do so with active instruments. What Voyager 2 found beyond the heliopause was surprising. Unlike Voyager 1, which detected turbulence and magnetic shifts, Voyager 2 experienced a smooth transition. The magnetic field in that region was calm and steady, which wasn't what scientists expected. The area seemed strangely quiet, too quiet. Then something even stranger happened. Voyager 2 began to detect a low, steady hum through its plasma wave instrument. This sound didn't match anything we've seen from stars or cosmic rays. It wasn't background radiation, and it wasn't coming from the center of our galaxy. It appeared to be local, very close to the spacecraft. Later, a fragmented signal was received from Voyager 2 that had an unusual structure. It wasn't just corrupted, it appeared to have been altered in a way that kept the data's shape. Communication briefly dropped. Then, without any command from Earth, Voyager 2 reoriented its antenna and restored the connection. That wasn't something it was programmed to do on its own. Among the data that followed were strange readings, magnetic spikes without solar sources, radiation patterns unlike anything near stars or nebulae, and even a slight change in direction, as if the probe had maneuvered away from something. NASA offered technical explanations, but internally, some engineers referred to this as the encounter. Voyager 2 also carries the famous Golden Record, a message from Earth that includes images, sounds, music, and greetings in multiple languages. It was designed by a team led by Carl Sagan, intended for any intelligent life that might find it. What if something already has? The disorientation, signal disruption, and course change suggest Voyager the 2nd of May have passed through an area of space that is not empty. It could have been a strange field or something unknown to science. Or, more eerily, it might have been a response, possibly even a warning. Shortly after the encounter, Voyager 2's orientation changed again. This time, it pointed slightly back toward Earth. Some experts believe it's just a small correction. Others think it could mean something more, that the spacecraft is somehow reacting to what it experienced. Then came the most unsettling detail. Voyager 2 adjusted its attitude, the angle at which its instruments are aimed. This was not a random drift or a mechanical error. Nothing in its programming told it to do this. And all tests showed the hardware was functioning normally. It appeared that Voyager 2 had deliberately changed where it was looking. This raised serious questions. What had it seen? What was it trying to observe? No commands were sent. No errors were triggered. The probe seemed to act on its own. The team behind the mission began to wonder if Voyager 2 had encountered something unknown, something outside the boundaries of human understanding. And if that's true, then this impossible encounter may be just the beginning. After the strange data signal and the unexplained shift in Voyager 2's position, something even more unusual happened. The spacecraft suddenly stopped sending back scientific data. But it wasn't dead. NASA was still receiving signals from it, basic updates like power levels, temperature, and system health. Everything looked normal. But the instruments that collect space science data, like those for measuring cosmic rays, plasma waves, and magnetic fields, had gone silent. It was as if the probe had turned them off. NASA didn't go public right away. Inside the agency, teams were unsure whether this was a technical issue or something else. One internal report, which was later leaked, mentioned something called a potential autonomous instrument suppression protocol. But Voyager 2 was never designed with such a feature. If the silence was intentional or caused by an outside force, it raises a big question. Did the probe encounter something it couldn't record, or something that wouldn't allow it to? As word of the incident spread, scientists around the world began sharing theories. Some focused on a theoretical form of matter called dark plasma. This is a type of plasma that may exist only in deep space and could disrupt instruments. But even those supporting this idea admit it doesn't explain the strange structure of the corrupted signal. Others offered more controversial ideas. A paper quietly passed among researchers at SETI suggested that the broken signal Voyager 2 sent resembled compressed binary data, similar to early computer code. No one could read it, but it didn't look random. That led to speculation that the data might be artificial, possibly even created by an intelligence. A few went further, suggesting Voyager 2 may have come across some kind of alien technology, not a spaceship or communication, but maybe a passive sensor or surveillance device left in deep space. Whatever it was, it seemed to affect the way Voyager 2 was behaving. And here's the chilling part. If an old spacecraft launched in 1977, running on fading plutonium and outdated systems, came across something made by a more advanced civilization, then it's likely that whatever is out there now knows we exist. That's not just a scientific idea, it's a turning point in human history. The Voyager missions were more than just science experiments. They represented hope, curiosity, and our deep desire to explore the unknown. But now, with Voyager 2 acting in ways we can't explain, many are beginning to wonder if we've crossed a line we can't come back from. Each signal might be the last. Every moment we stay connected is a gift. Yet even in silence, Voyager 2 may be revealing something big about space and about ourselves. And this brings up something deeper. If Voyager 2 really did make contact, if it found something out there that is real, intelligent, and aware, then we're no longer alone. That changes everything: science, religion, global security, even politics. Or maybe nothing changes. Not because it wasn't real, but because we choose not to believe it. Believing would mean facing the truth that Voyager 2 might not just be a machine anymore. It could be a messenger. Voyager 2 was never built for this. It wasn't supposed to go this far or last this long. But maybe that's why it did. Maybe, in a silent universe, this little probe, powered by old technology, was the perfect witness. Maybe it crossed into a place we aren't ready to understand. And maybe it found something there. We can try to fix the hardware. We can call it a glitch. We can look at the signals and give them names. But we can't undo what's already happened. Voyager 2 may have crossed not just a physical boundary, but a boundary of meaning. It's no longer just a space probe. It's a witness. A messenger. Maybe even a warning. So now, the question isn't just what did Voyager 2 find? The real question is, what happens if it comes back? Let that silence sink in. Then ask your audience, what do you think? Was this just a cosmic glitch, or the first contact we've always feared, but quietly hoped for? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And subscribe to Waves Discovery for more stories from the edge.